Hey friends, Laura Reese here. We are on day 20 of the Be Still and Know study. And today's question is, have you ever felt like the Lord was asleep in the middle of your storm? And this was a good question for me because it's something that I've actually been thinking about for the last few years and have had a few experiences with. And I thought I would start and share one of my most embarrassing stories. A couple years ago, a friend of mine was having a wedding dinner, and on the way out, I missed a step and fell down some stairs, and I injured my ankle. And to be able to attend the wedding day the next day, I had to get a brace. And that brace made it possible for me to show up for them. And I wore that brace faithfully for the next week and a half, and it was the only way I felt I could walk. About that time, my husband came home from a business trip, and he told me that I probably needed to give up the brace, that if I didn't take off the brace, my ankle was going to get weaker and not heal right. And because I always have to check things, I checked with Dr. Google. And sure enough, it warned me that wearing a brace too long could make an ankle permanently weaker. That if we don't take the brace off, it doesn't have the resistance to heal, and that even though it might hurt more at first, that taking the brace off forces you, even if you're in pain, it forces you to heal and get stronger, and it will help your ankle be more normal for the rest of your life. So life is a little like this. We would like to be braced from all hard things and stay safe and protected, but we have come here to become more like God and to learn the lessons that he wants us to learn. And part of that is being willing to experience pain and hardship in our life. And if we're only looking to be braced from hard things to be protected, we might think that the Savior is sleeping on us too. In 2021, my second son, was attending college when he had a major health crisis. And after that surgery, we knew that he was going to have a fairly long recovery. What we didn't know is how actually difficult it was going to be. A couple weeks in, he was receiving help with the home health care nurse, and she was placing a wound vac on, and it was brutally painful. And I couldn't take it. It was so difficult watching him suffer. And I remember later in my car driving and crying out to the Lord for help and asking him to remove this pain, to heal my son, and asking why he was asleep in the storm. Where was he? And I learned an important lesson. In that moment, he filled me with peace. He filled my soul with peace. And even though nothing changed, everything changed. I was able to surrender to what the Lord wanted for me during this time and for my son. And even though the next 6 months were difficult, he spent the next 6 months on home health care. And then he spent the next year seeing a wound care doctor. But looking back at it now, I can tell you that there were many miracles. There were many gifts given to us, and that the Lord was with us through every step of it. And I mean, my son was able to attend college even during all this pain and so much suffering. He was there, and I look back and I actually don't even know how it was possible. And I just want to remind you that that is the Savior. That is who can come into your storm if you will surrender your own will to him, and that the way you want things to be, that you will just allow what he wants us to learn and what he wants us to grow with. One of the scriptures from the study today was Mark 4:39, and I just want to close with that. And he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. Allow the Savior to bring that calm in your life. Surrender to him. Have a good day, friends.